Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you for coming. Mike's Chaotic Gardening, you are the early bird. Let me move my pointer from over there. Goodness, it's been a busy day. I can't find my little bell that I like to ring, but it's okay. Ring a ling a ling a ling. So I'll wait for no Hershey. No, no, no. Mother, Mike's Chaotic Gardening is in here. So I talked to my mother earlier today, and she was happily waiting for me to go live and see what the good daughter was doing. But I I'm putting on my phone so that I can see what's going on in the chat. I hope you guys are having a good day, a good weekend. Me, myself, and I thank you, Mike, to hit the like button on your way in. No, we're not doing that, Hershey. So, something always annoys him, but he's a funny dog. Hey, Maria Graham, thanks for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My helper, he loves my helper. When she's when she's here, he's following her all around. He's under her chair. But as soon as she comes near me, if I'm sitting on my bed or she comes between me and him and she's talking like in a voice like calling out, oh boy, oh boy, he turns into a guard dog then. And he's he's okay with most women unless they come between him and me. Maria Grandma saying, hello, mother. Hello, mother. So she had a sad day today. We had a hard day because the pastor of our church, who's been our pastor for 50 years, we have both belonged to that church for at least 70 years. Juanita Campbell, thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm looking to see. Usually, when I'm looking for something, it fell around my chair. Oh, but guess what happened today? Solo Bolo, thank you for coming. Big Rooster, Solo Bolo. I'm going to have to highlight that so that I can find it later on. Mother, Big Rooster's in here. I told him you are enjoying his quilt. You know the story about the quilt, Mother. So, how is everybody doing? Donzel Cooper, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I I'll wait for a few more people to come in and I will show you what's going on. Usually I drop things on the floor during my live, but guess what? Okay. Okay, that page has no content. That must be where you do your music. But that's okay. At least I know it's you. When I look at it, I'll recognize you, sir. I saw y'all last night. I don't know if, yeah, I did get to say hello before I dived back into the bushes and fell asleep. Mother, Big Rooster says that was funny what you said about his jeans. I just want him to know I didn't say it. You said it, Mother. You know what it was. Wink, wink, wink. Psalm 146. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Good God's glorious evening, Auntie Ellen and everyone. Here in the bushes, resting my eyes. That's what these glasses do. These are the blue blockers. I should have had them on today. Mike's tired, had a snowstorm. Well, thank you for sending it to us. We're getting 8 inches tonight. Then Tuesday it's going to snow again. Oh, Big Rooster said, yes, I did speak last night. I wake up every morning like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I had actually taken a nap, but I just didn't have my glasses on. I type stuff when I don't have my glasses on, and I'm like, who the heck wrote that? Hieroglyphics. Maria Graham, you said Mike said it was 80 degrees in South Carolina yesterday. That's just rude. Did I say hello, Donzel Cooper? Hello, 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 everybody. So, as I was saying, well, today will be a short live, maybe about an hour, because I'm not going to do all the things I plan to do. I actually plan to make a little peach cobbler for you. I took all the stuff out. Hershey, no, come, come. I took all the stuff out, but I had a little errand to do this morning. So some of the stuff that fell in my cart on Amazon had to be returned. I bought this hokey pair of shoes. They were supposed to be leather. They smell like last year's old, rotten, dry rotted, sitting in the sun car tires. Oh, they were terrible. Oh, and guess what? I had a pair of Mary Janes. Oh, I want to say about 10 years ago, and I loved them. They were the nicest, softest leather. You could put your orthotics in it so you could stand up straight and everything. And I loved them. My family hated those things. My granddaughter put them in the trash a couple times. I went right back outside and brought them in. You saw a lady gardening in shorts. I know she wasn't where you live in zone 4B. She could not have been. She could not have been. So I took those back, and I ordered a pair of earrings. I'm always losing earrings. I still have to wear a mask. Mike says it's 20 degrees there, -4 tonight. Good googa mugga, as daddy would say. I guess I'm thinking about my dad because our pastor has joined him in heaven today. -13 Monday night. It's getting like that here. A Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I have a doctor's appointment, a dermatology appointment in another town about 15 miles away on Wednesday. I hope I can make it there. Oh, she was in the South, Mike. Oh, she was down there with Maria Graham showing off. So, you guys, what happened today after I returned those two? Oh, the earrings. OMG. I'm looking for something as big around as these earrings. They were just they were just costume jewelry because I'm afraid to wear my good good jewelry. I can't tell my daughter. She gave me a pair of platinum earring. They were small hoops with little diamonds in it. I lost one of them during the epidemic. I took my mask off and I lost it. I still have the other one, but I swear to you, do you see the bottom of this pot? Those earrings must have been that big. Oh, they look like clown earrings or puta earrings, something. Mike says, thank you for your loss. Thank you. He was a good pastor. And, it's like he's been a part of our family for 50 years. We have gone from 3 different churches under his leadership. We were in a little antique stone church in Stamford, Connecticut. When I joined the church 70 years ago, we got baptized. Auntie Joanne was a member of that church. My mother's been a member of the church for about 75 years. The whole family, my sisters and brothers, christenings, baptisms, birthdays, celebrations when you go up there, special prayers where they put their hands on you. And he married Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe 50 years ago. Their 50th anniversary will be this year. That's why I'm going to Arizona for a month to crash, crash. I'm moving my hair over. Mommy, I know you don't like my hair down in my face. So if you want somebody to know something, all you got to do is tell somebody close to them. So I called my mother today but I could hear her because her hearing aid was whistling. She was watching on TV. We were watching our pastor's going home celebration through virtual. We have a really big church and it's far away, and she didn't think she could handle it, so she didn't go. So we were watching on TV. Hershey, no, stop. He heard me say, "Hi, Auntie Joanne Stevens." No, Auntie is not taking you for a walk. No, Hershey, come. He hears me saying Joanne Stevens. But anyway, I returned these two things to Staples. And what is right next door to them? No, not a Dollar Tree. That was across the street. I made myself not go there, but there was a grocery store. So I like to have home refrigerator pickles. I turn all of my cucumbers into, I marinate them. Neither of you look 50? Thank you. Yes, she's been married 50 years. Yes, yes. And Uncle Russell has the most beautiful teeth. When he smiles, you can see all 32 chiclets. So, anyway, I goes over there in the grocery store, and there are two carts on the door that I went in, and there was a man sitting in one, a lady was helping him. And you've been married 25, 26 this year. Congratulations, Mike and Mrs. Mike. Sissy, Joanne Stevens. So I talked to my sister because I have to tell you guys why I'm not sewing or standing cooking. I fell today. I fell really hard. My face, it was swollen over here. And you know how you try to catch yourself? What happened is I went in the grocery store and I wanted some pomegranate juice, pure pomegranate juice. Joanne Stevens saying, "Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations." So I went in the grocery store and they had this really good pomegranate juice, but I didn't see it. It wasn't down low, and it was only this little bottle. So a lady called me, and I said, "Miss, have you seen any pomegranate juice anywhere around here?" I was looking at a lower shelf, and she said, "Yeah, here's one over here." So she reached up, and they were like the 6 foot, the top of the grocery shelves in the store. Nope, Sam, I'm not 146. Palm 146. I'm not okay. I've had a couple concussions. I actually had a traumatic brain injury 10 years ago, and I woke up from a coma. So if I get hit really hard, if I bump my head, I I hurt myself last year. I fell, and I just look. My lip is swollen over here. I can't do it. Hopefully, I don't have any lipstick on my teeth. And my two teeth were chipped. I just got new crowns on my teeth. They ain't even finished paid for yet. And Mike says if anything hurts, go to the doctor. Well, everything hurts when you're 76 years old. I think I was at the pastor at our church today. Stop Hershey was talking about aging, and when you get a certain age and things hurt, you didn't even do anything. Then you just try to remember what you did the day before to find out why you were hurting. Hershey, stop. He's looking all over for Auntie Joanne. Mona did what? Hi, Mona. I saw you guys a little bit today in the bushes after I fell down. So I kept ice on my face all afternoon, my shoulder. But you know how you. So this pomegranate juice was on a top shelf. The lady gave me one. Stop, Hershey. I'm not talking to you. And everybody's speaking to Mona and each other. So I went down, I went over. Mind you, I have a hip replacement, two knee replacements. They didn't have any carts. So I got tired of waiting for a riding cart, and I was. Mike says, put that medical care to use. Enjoy being cared for, Auntie. I know, I know. I even have a helper 3 days a week to help me. So and she goes to the store for me. She goes to the store with me. But I was being grown and I decided I wanted some English cucumbers to put in the pickling, the pickling liquid that I just made last week, and we ate it this week. So I turn around. Mona shared my live out. Thank you, Mona. Any of you others in here would like to share the live out? I appreciate it. And I think thank each and every one of you. So I reached up to get the second bottle of this juice. I guess it is what, 16, 32 ounces? Yeah, it's 32 ounces. So I had 64 ounces in my arms, and I turned around. Um, Joanne Stevens is saying, thank you, Mona, for sharing. Her, she's so close to me. He keeps hearing Auntie Joanne Stevens. And some of you know that I'm totally blind in my left eye. So I turned around and I had lost sight of the distance where I'd left my walking cart, and on the floor was a case of juices, and I tripped over them, and I tried to catch myself and on the shelf, and I kind of went sideways and hit my face on the metal shelf and banged my head a little bit, but I didn't hit the ground. I didn't hit the ground. I didn't, but it really shook me, and it feels like I had whiplash, the back of my neck, my shoulder, my back. I wrenched it, but sometimes accidents happen so fast you don't even know what happened. But I'll tell you guys something funny. So I'm not okay, but I'm okay enough not to go to the hospital. I, and besides, Hershey was outside in the vehicle. I couldn't go to the hospital or anything. And we're having 8 inches of snow. I don't want to get stuck there waiting for a way to get home tonight. They make you stay forever and they don't do anything. They say, well, go see a specialist Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I already have a ton of them. I'll just call one of them next week, like my rheumatologist, and tell her I fell. I'm already scheduled to have x rays and MRI on my back because she told me to do it 2 months ago and I did it. My face is swollen. Yeah. That's when I realized I was hurt more than I thought. My lip across here hurts, but I'm tough. Mother! My mother popped me harder than that. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I did get popped, but not like that. Not in the face. So I got the pomegranate juice. I have a pomegranate in the refrigerator, but I just wanted this juice to go in my kombucha. I want to show you guys something. Speaking of my helper, I taught her how to sew by hand. I did a little short showing her right in the kitchen how to thread the needle, how to make a few running stitches, and then do a back stitch. Hey, Uncle Roscoe. Hey, Carlton, at my sister's house. And let me backtrack a minute to Mommy. So I talked to Mommy after Reverend Perry's funeral on on YouTube and Facebook, and I told her I fell. So she said, "Did you go take care of yourself? Go take care of yourself?" I said, "No, mommy. I didn't feel like it. I just came home and put my feet up and rested. And I have the big ice gel pack. Campbell's Creation. Hey, Ellen. Thanks for coming and welcome." Maria Graham says, "Thanks. Keep ice on it." Yes, I have the ice pads that cover the whole side of my face. I had it on my shoulder for a while, my neck. And yeah, I got a little thump. But I told mommy, and my mother's concerned about it. She says, "Well, I'll be there in your live tonight. Ego amote, mother." And she is. She's waiting to see if I'm all right, waiting to see my face. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Um, Auntie Joanne said Carlton and Uncle Roscoe said hello. They heard me say hello. Hello. So, yeah, so I have some other things, but I want to show you all something. I try to encourage you guys to do something creative for 15 minutes every day. And so I taught my aide, my helper, how to sew by hand. And I want to show you, we went to Walmart one day and I tried to get her to get a sewing machine. I saw one just like my heavy duty one, and it was on Facebook Marketplace, not too far from here. And somebody bought it, didn't use it, and they were selling it, and they were selling it for only $50, brand new. I wanted to buy it for her, but she didn't want a sewing machine. I don't have any room for anything else around here. I am trying to save up for a piece of equipment. I still have 60 quilt tops up there in those four black hampers that need to be finished. I won't be doing any large ones, but the smaller ones I can finish myself. I used to be a long arm quilt instructor and a quilt judge. So now there's a piece of equipment. Ellen Campbell actually has one, and it's a little sit down frame that you can use for quilting. But I'm like, where would I put it? This is about a 44, 48-inch table, 40-inch that I normally sew on. I'm thinking, I looked up the dimensions of this quilting frame. It's called a cutie. Ellen Campbell says her phone keeps jumping off. And I'm wondering if I could fit 52 inches in here. And it's going to cost about $600 with the one of some of the extra parts I want with it. And I try to pay everything in cash. So that leads me to my next thing. I'm in a challenge. I am in several challenges, a quilt challenge, but I'm in a savings challenge, and it started November 1st, 2024, and it's going to November 1st, 2025. And I committed to put $5 a week in here until next year, and that will give me 5 times 52. That'll give me about $250 over the year until then. But since I want this piece of equipment, I'll probably just end up putting it on a credit card. And so this week, today's the 8th, I'm going to start putting $10 a week in so that I can save up to get it's by Grace, and it's called a Cutie Breeze quilting frame. So I'm putting $10 in today, you guys. And as soon as I figure out where to put this thing, it's coming home. I'm going to accidentally buy it. So starting tonight, every week, I'm going to put $10 in my little cash envelope. Now, let's talk about, since we're talking about preliminary things. I want to show you something cute that my helper bought me. And it's this little Valentine's Day bouquet. She put it up on something next to some other pink flowers until Valentine's Day. So that's so cute. Oh, going back to Auntie Joanne Stevens. So my phone rang. It was Auntie Joanne asking me how I felt. Mommy called her and told her, "Oh, your sister fell and she didn't go see about herself. Call her and see what's going on." So my sister called me. I will be okay. I will be okay. So that's my helper that brought that. And I want to show you something that's so cute. So she took me to Walmart one day. I don't know if you can see this. I'll try to hold it still. And there was some fabric there and it had the world on it. She is from South America originally. Yes, she's a legal citizen, you guys. And her mother still lives there. And I taught her how to sew by hand and we traced my pattern for the neck bone pillows. And when she came here on Friday, she had hand sewn. She said she was up until 11 o'clock at night. Mike said, Mom is right. Mom is right. So I'm going to take it easy. I'm taking it easy the rest of the day. And she showed me this pillow that she did. And I thought it was so nice because her mother lives in Colombia and a sister. She said when they come, she's going to have them bring me some fabric from South America and they might even pre-sew a bunch of them. She wants me to bring them to sell. I want her to sell them. Yes, she made this pillow, you guys, by hand. By hand. How cute is that? She doesn't like the handles on hers, and it really saves a lot of time and a lot of fabric. So she bought enough fabric to make, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these. And then she bought another one that was dark blue. But I'll tell you guys, telling, just speaking for a friend, if you have a pillow with a dark color and you slobber on it, it's white, white slobber. But it's not a problem. You can wash your pillow every week when you change your bed or more. So I thought that was cute. So on Friday, she helps me prep a lot of a lot of veggies and whatnot. So Friday, she was prepping some veggies for me and cutting some things up. And I went into the bedroom. I had to make some phone calls. That's a really cute pillow. And it's really, really nice. I wish I had bought some of that fabric. And especially with the world on it, I do a lot of things. I get fabrics from all countries and everything. I should have gotten some of it. Maybe we'll go back next week. I need to go to Costco and get some more vitamins. She goes, ew, LOL. You know why? I know Mike's saying that because of the dark colored pillows. Yes. So I want to show you what she did while I was asleep. And I said, "Oh, would you like to cook anything today? Because we take turns cooking. And in the morning, I'm actually mother, my stomach is getting flatter like it used to be, Mom, because we eat oatmeal in the mornings, at least Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when she's here. And we have coffee, good coffee with my little espresso machine. So I made the oatmeal that morning and the coffee, and we put figs in it. Sometimes we put dried cherries in it, some kind of fruit, apples, something fresh. So I didn't know what she was doing in the kitchen because I was somewhere else. And she made lunch. Look at this. I had a really big chicken breast out. That glare. Let me see if I can fix it. No, that didn't make it any better. Uh, I don't know how to make. But anyway, I think down here you can see it. She made a chicken parmesan. It was like 2 layers, gooey ooey cheese. Auntie Ellen, have you made a mattress cover for your bed? Use them for sheets? I have mattress covers, but I never made one myself. I have cut some up. I have cut some up for batting, new ones. You like sunflower seeds and honey and cinnamon in your oatmeal? I mix it up. I mix it up. So she went to the store that day herself because she went to the post office and she got fresh avocados. Because if you get too many, I said, well, how many did you get? And she said one. And I gave her my bank card to go. Oops. Well, anyway, I gave her the money to go, and I said, why one avocado? She said, because they go bad. You don't eat them fast enough. Then she was making some kind of sauce because I'm going to make tacos this weekend for my neighbor upstairs. And she made like a tzatziki sauce where you put I had some rosemary and basil and sour cream, but my sour cream, no, the unseasoned yogurt went bad. But I had some sour cream. She made that. Mike said Auntie Joanne says it sounds good. So I wish you could see this good, 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 good food. We eat good around here, y'all. Well, the hydroponic light is making a glare. So, Maria Graham said, you all can see it. And she did that on her own. So I told her to take half of the salad home. And she ate a proper portion, sissy. She ate like her cutlet was about this big. That's an 8-inch dish. So she took about two inches of hers. I broke mine in half and ate it, and it was so good. The salad had, she takes cabbage and she cuts it up like coleslaw, really, really fine. And then she soaks it in salt water and it softens it. Then she put tomatoes in it, celery, oh my goodness, bell pepper, cherry tomatoes. It was delicious. Put it on my community page. Oh, I will. I will do that. I actually did a short. I did a short this morning. I don't know how to attach the short to here, and I'll do it at the end in my description because if I start touching things, poof, you guys will disappear. So, let me tell you what else I'm working on to speaking of, for those of you who are new, garden quilt and art traditions stands for the eight generations that I have been alive, and my family traditions. My grandmothers and aunts made soap. They made everything that they used. They didn't go to doctors unless something was broken or they need stitches or something like that. We took care of everything at home, all the old fashioned remedies. My mother's grandmother was a Native American healer. She used to go out in the woods and pick herbs and the bark of trees. My grandmother from North Carolina would, you could be riding in the car and she would see poke salad. She would make you stop the car and go get it. I know that poke salad, parts of it can be poisonous if you don't cook it right. Mike says no button pushing during the lies. No, I won't push any buttons today. Oh, look. Check this out, you guys. That's the veal parmesan up close. That's the salad up close. That's actually the video up close that I accidentally tapped on. So I have the flavoring to get my kombucha together. And speaking of the kombucha, that's one of the things that you make for your stomach. Donzel Cooper says, nice pillow, looks like a dog bone or a bow tie. That's what it is. It's a dog bone pillow. Yes, Sissy, this is an apron that I made out of an old dress. This is a piece of my embroidery on it. One of my friend's mothers passed, and her mother had some clothes, and she wanted to give me some. Well, I didn't need any clothes, but there was this dress, and it was down to the floor, and it was really nice denim fabric. So I cut it up. It had pockets on it. I added, I cut it up, and I made an apron that's big enough to go around me. But when I put the grommets in, I actually, this is real leather, you guys. Real leather on this apron that I made. But this grommet is loose. I need to fix it. It's been on the chair because I need to take this old broken grommet out and fix it. And this is some of the leather that you gave me, Sissy. Some of the real calf leather. So I put that on it and decorated it. And it says Pankey, of course. So it's been up there. It's been up there waiting for your sister to put the other grommet in. I actually forgot where I put the grommet. This place is like, oh, what is that? That at night when Vanna turns the blocks around and you have to remember where they are or whatever. I put them away because this place is small. Barb Brownlee, thanks for coming and welcome. She says it's freezing there. Rain, ice. Her car looks like a popsicle. Yep, it will soon look like that here as well. So the other night I was sewing, speaking of old recycled jeans, and I finished the heavy duty pad, hot pad that I made. This one is actually for my son's birthday, and it has my label that says original by Penny Pankey and my signature, which is usually 3 purple hearts, because when I was legally blind, I couldn't see where I was writing. And I said, yes, Wheel of Fortune. That's it. Thank you, Ellen Campbell. And here's the back of it. It's double sided, and it has 2 layers of cotton batting in it so that it's really thick, as opposed to the table mats, the place mats and table runners that I make. I usually only put 1 layer, but this can be used as a computer pad. The heat won't go through your lap, or you get tired of it sitting on your lap. You can use it for a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. My son uses his air fryer a lot, so I thought he could use it for that, or take it to work, put it on his desk, something useful. At least he'll have something his mother made. He says, Mom, don't make me any quilts. I live in California. And I'm like, boy, people would die to have one of my quilts. But I I put together some I sewed together some more blocks after my live the other night, and I will show it to you guys because I have 4 birthdays between now and March 10th. I have my daughter, my son, my granddaughter, and my great great grandson. Oh, by the way, his basketball team, there was an article on Facebook, and his basketball team has 22 players, and they're all honor students, every one of them. Some have high honors, and the rest have honors. I think that is amazing. So here's one more that I sewed together. Oops, I didn't want to iron that again. Let me unwrinkle it. And then here's another one. I think they may be the front and the back to each other, but I have to make my daughter is not a denim person. She likes a lot of she liked her denim hobo bag, and she liked one of her feet sack bags I made for her more than 10 years ago. She was going somewhere a couple of months ago, and she says, "Mom, I took that feet sack bag." She went to an event at the White House, and she took one of my hobo bags that was made with animal print. I guess you notice I like animal print. Even my pants are animal print. I didn't feel like changing them, so I didn't. I'm home. I'm grown. So, you guys, what am I going to do with some of the organics? And these are some of the family traditions, some of the ways that we make things. And I got some rosemary. Tigsy sent me some, and I don't know why, but it was DOA when it arrived. But I use a lot of rosemary. And here's one of the rosemary plants. Yankee Sister, if you see this on the replay. Oh, and by the way, I want to thank each and every one of you. Those of you on the replay, the subscribers, the channel members, each and every one of you, even just watching my videos, watching the ads, that all helps the channel, helps the algorithms, and it helps more people learn about Auntie Ellen Pankey and GQUAT, which stands for Garden, Quilt, and Art Traditions. But I spell traditions kind of funny, and I'm trying to see if it's at the bottom. No, so it's hard to spell, so I just put the Garden, Quilt, and Art Show. Ring a ling a ling. When I find my bell, my helper will probably find it when she comes. So this rosemary, I don't want to strip the bush all the way down, but I want to make some. I want to infuse. I told you I bought some that I have jojoba oil, but it's not 16 ounces. It's actually 32 ounces, and you use it for your hair, your nails, your skin. What else does it say? Oh, for massages. That's just the plain jojoba oil. What I like about this is that it's really, really, really thin. So I take, well, let me show you what this bottle looks like. I'm not advertising for them. They didn't give me this. I bought it, and it cost a fortune. It wasn't cheap. So I keep it so that I don't knock it over and break the top. It comes with a little pump, and it's this big. It says light texture, fast absorbing, hair, body, face, and nails. Oh, that's what I couldn't see. But you know what's really interesting? It says that it's cold pressed and unrefined, 100% pure and natural. And guess where the jojoba beans were grown? They were grown in Israel. You know, when you read the small print down here, and but that was processed in China. Go figure. So this is a pretty big bottle. What I'm going to do is once I infuse it with rosemary, I use it in my hair. I guess I will start using it on my skin. A nice pad. Oh, the pad that I made for Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. I have another one I'm going to make with a log cabin block on the front and jeans on the back. And I'll let my granddaughter decide which one she wants, whether she wants it for her iPad, a bigger one, or a small one that she could take to school when she goes to work. So I take the jojoba oil, and once I infuse it, I put it in a little bottle like this. This one is not that, but I have a brown bottle. I don't have one with a squeezy thing right now, but I will recycle. This one's almost empty, but it has a little dropper, and I take this and I put it on my scalp. You can put it on your scalp before you wash your hair. You can put a hot cap on it. You can use it on your skin. You can use it on anything. And you see how good it is for you. And it's pure. That's why I guess it was so expensive for that pricey bottle. And I didn't want it drying out. That's why I didn't put the pump in it, because it will evaporate. Something else, you guys, that I use for my skin is organic castor oil. I thought it was black castor oil, but I ordered the wrong thing, I think. But it is 100. And both of them are organic. And it says that it's cold pressed, whatever that means. It costs a fortune, but it'll last over a year. It will last over a year. It's kind of thick. This one has the bottle in it, but this one is thicker. I could also put this in my hair. Actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. The jojoba oil is lighter though, and it absorbs faster. So now my hands are greasy, 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 greasy. So I want you to. I have to make one for my daughter. So I wanted you guys to help me. Let me see if I had any more pictures to show you guys. Well, I guess I can show you. Oops. 1 second. I can show you my plate before I ate it with my eggplant and my, oh, there, it's a little better. My eggplant and my salad. So I already had some cabbage that was stir fried. So I wanted to eat this raw. I'm also going to, she cuts it so fine, I'm going to make some sauerkraut. We're both going to make some sauerkraut, and she can take hers home. I love it. We buy and fry. So, oh, it's funny. I usually cook a pot of beans every week or a big pot of soup. So this week I made a big pot of soup. I made cream of potato and broccoli soup. I put coconut milk in mine because one of my neighbors is dairy intolerant and she can't use cheese. So I put my cheese on at the end and it just melts right down. For those of you who have been here, you saw me make that delicious soup with all the cheese dropping down. Then everybody started making potato broccoli soup with cheese in it. So why am I doing this? Because I want you guys to see my lap. I need you guys to help me. So I want to make a a mat for my daughter, and I found these scraps already cut. I put these out that are her colors. She doesn't like a lot. She likes neutral colors. So I'm going to sew these together and make a mat for her. So I need to make the mat about the size of this board. So I was thinking about 4 patches and then sewing them together. And but I said that might be too hard. I like to sew in columns. So I'm going to lay this out. This is pretty. This one I just noticed is white, but it has little prints in it. So everybody will get one. This one is black, but it has a little print in it. This one is jet black. So maybe I'll put that one there. Or maybe I'll make every other one in black and then sew them together. So that's one row. Tigsy, thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I was talking about you early, Tigsy, because you sent me some rosemary and you actually have some in the mail coming to me now. And I appreciate you and all the little things that you do. Tigsy, when are you going to take your sewing machine out? Looks like African pattern and neat. Well, this one is not authentic African fabric. It just has animal prints and neutral colors. But I liked it. Oh, here's one that I didn't show you. Oh, and here's another one. This one is a batik. I'll put that one there. It matches my top. Yeah, that's funny. I wear a lot of animal animal print. I love it. Oh, here's one I didn't use. So I'm just showing you guys how I would lay it out. And some of these fabrics is actually hard to see the front and the back. This is a nice batik. So yeah, I got my mind on that little cutie machine. My sister Joanne Stevens says, "Stop talking about it and just do it." I I don't want to put it on my credit card. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. I'm going to have to. So, what color? What other colors do I have here? Oh, this is just a tan color that I haven't used. So I was just pulling colors out, and I'm showing you guys. Excuse me, how you can do the same thing. Tigsy says, "Thank you, Aunt Ellen. My mom is going to make the quilt. She's excited. I will have her call you. I am working on getting your garden together right now." Oh, that's cool. I can't wait to talk to your mom, Tigsy. Tigsy's mom is a quilter. And so we are going to meet up by that's what I always say, you guys. Good friends become family, and family is everything. I feel like the people in this group are true family members. We get together, we support each other's channel, we do what we can to support each other. Excuse me, and I appreciate it. The world is so divided now, and excuse me, I don't cough anymore, but I still have to clear my throat. And, it's not about the things that divide us as a nation, as a country, around the world. It's the things that connect us, the things that we do like. You know, my friend upstairs, we don't have the same political parties. We don't, we disagree about a lot of things. But you know what? We respect each other and we respect each other's right to do this, that, or the other. My helper is a different nationality and she likes to do things her way. I like to do things my way. But you know what? It doesn't have to be your way all the time. It's not my way. Like when I left the kitchen the other day and she was doing something, she decided to make us lunch. And it was delicious. And was I happy? I'm going to eat the other half of it tonight. Excuse me. So, Sonia. My daughter's name is like Sonia, our friend Sonia Sigler. So, I'm just trying to see an approximate way. I usually just put twosies together, right? But I decided when I do this project that I'll just do rows and sew down and chain piece them. I don't really want a lot of white in here. I don't want her to have to worry about it getting dirty. if she decides to use it for a table. Wait a minute, is this on the right side? I can't tell. It has a little print on it, but I didn't even see it at first. So we'll put that one there. Maybe this one here. And I was also checking to see if I had, I don't have any of that color gold in that row, if I had enough of these little 2.5 inch blocks. See this, Tigsy? How we're doing it. Donzel said, nice fabric pieces. Thank you. I just love fabric. I love, it's like medicine to me, touching it. And I like the feel of good fabrics. You know, there's nothing like real cotton. It's like you put on a t-shirt. Sometimes I like the t-shirts that are mixed polyester because they dry fast if you get sweaty. But for the most part, I like the ones that are 100% cotton. I just like the way cotton feels. So, you guys are keeping me company while I try to get this together. And then when I see, oh, you know what? I see this one is different than the other white one. So I'll put this one down here. And that's what I like. When I this is what happens when you cut your own fabrics. When you cut your own fabrics, you like when you buy them pre-cut, usually you get like X amount, like if you buy a jelly roll, it's like 20 different fabrics, two each, two each, two each. But they sell this to a million different people. A million different people go in the store and buy it. Me, I put this one together myself. No one is going to have these exact fabrics. Doesn't matter? No. Doesn't matter to anybody except the sewist. Why do I say sewist? Because if you write sewer down, it looks like sewer. And don't nobody want to be a sewer. When I used to, before I got on the internet, I mean on YouTube, I used to say, why are people calling themselves sewers? I don't think I've used this color. Nope, not that exact color. Why are people calling themselves sewists? Then I realized that when you say it or when you write it out, it looks like a sewer. No, ain't nobody gonna be a sewer around here. So, you guys, I do have enough. And how do you like the layout so far? Oh, this is cute. Look, it has a little butterfly on it. A little butterfly. Fly me to the moon and let me sing amongst the stars. I can't sing a lick, y'all. Not one little bit. I used to sing in the choir when I was little, but that's because mommy made us. And Junior and the usher board, Junior BYF, the choir. We didn't turn out too bad, right, Mom? But when we do mess up, you know what? I'm 76 years old. My mother has no problem telling me off if I get too sassy. Oh boy, I didn't realize you guys couldn't see what I'm doing. So, sorry, you guys. So, this one is just about laid out. Maria Graham and her husband like to do puzzles. So, this is just like a little fabric puzzle, and it will be a hot pad for my daughter. So I'm going to put double padding on here. You can see I cut this myself. There's one little odd piece. Is it going in the trash? No, silly rabbit. I are going to put it in something. Something, something, something. I didn't see this color or off-white before. I love that, love that, love that. There are so many different. I don't want to change any of the ones I have there though. This one, I guess I dropped. It doesn't go there. So I will have a project. I will have these 4 gifts ready by, I guess I'll put that one in this corner. And I'll show you guys in a minute. Hopefully it won't all fall off and they all fall down. So, okay, I've got one more to put on here. What color will you be? Oh, no more of the gold ones? Come on, one more gold one. One more gold one. Here's a gold one. Yay! This fabric is really pretty. It does look like gold. That's the front, that's the back. So, now when I sew this, what I will do for those of you who don't sew, and I just want to remind you that my helper just learned how to sew by hand. Hey, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD is shit. These are Nikki's colors too. There's no orange in it, but it would match. See this, you guys? So I will put this up here and I will sew that together. But I just wanted to show you my little method of putting things together. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Different people do it differently. Ellen Campbell is in here. She sews. Mona was in here. She had the same pile of fabrics. I used to be in a quilting group and several quilting groups, and we would all make the same project. Maria Graham just shared with me that her quilting group, the same thing. And they take this one pattern or this one idea, and everybody puts their own fabrics to it, their own way of actually laying them out, and no two quilts look alike. You wouldn't even know that they were exactly the same. Just like the one in back of me, it's just a bunch of scraps. And you notice when I show you quilts, none of the quilts that I've shown you have you, but you hardly see these fabrics in here. Why? Because these were fabrics in my giveaway quilts, and I just they were too small to reuse in anything else. And my big quilts, when I used to make them, they used to be matchy matchy. Campbell Ellen said she likes my blocks. Thank you very much. So I'm working on, praying on getting that little breeze, that little quilting table, so I can finish my quilts faster. This is the part where it breaks down. From here, this one only needs the binding on it and to be quilted. And the $700-800 that I will pay for this frame, I pay easily $350-400 for every big quilt that I send to Tennessee. I have a long armor in Tennessee that I send the big quilts. Mom's big denim quilt was 112 inches by 96 inches, and I sent it there. And but you have to pay for the mailing. You have to pay for it to come back. Just the quilting alone was $350-400. So it's expensive. I want to. All of you like quilts. Who put a 1 in the chat if you like quilts. Put a 2 in the chat if you have quilts. I will have you come up one day and we'll do a show and tell. And I just love doing certain things, and I never get bored. I never get bored. I'll work on this one, I'll work on that one. For the next 4 weeks though, I will be working on these four gifts for my family members. Why? Because they all work. Do they want me spending my little fixed income buying them things? No. Or they'll ask me, Nana, what's on your list? you know, like you have a wish list on Amazon. I forget what they call it. And you put it up and people buy things. Well, they just ask me, well, Nana, what do you want? I wanted a vaporizer. No, I didn't ask for the ice thing. Ellen says, with that frame, you will need a speed controller from Grace. Yeah, I used to have a speed control on my long arm, and that's why I'm figuring that I'll end up spending about $1,000. Ellen said too she has quilts. Oh, don't forget, you guys, every quilt needs a birth certificate. Don't forget to put a birth certificate, which is a label on it. Even this little mat I made for my son has a label on it. It doesn't have the who it was made by, what city, the size, or anything, but he'll know that his mother made it. His mother made it. So this pile of quilts that you see still sitting here on this chair, these need proper birth certificates. The one that Mrs. Evans made by hand just has a little label that says, "Oh, you quilt on your domestic machine." I could quilt on my domestic machine. I even have some of the little plastic templates. And of course, I have the gloves, makes it easier on your neck and shoulders. So, for those of you who are content creators, put an exclamation mark GQUAT. When I did a replay of my last one, I said hashtag. It wasn't hashtag. Put exclamation mark GQUAT to drop your channel before we go. I don't think anybody else is going live tonight. I'm trying to check on my phone. On my phone, Garden Quilt and Art Show. So put oh, the template before I leave. Let me just show you this, because I just realized that the thumbnail for tonight was this. This is a log cabin block, and I have a piece. I can hold it like this. That's why I wear black, so that I can be the backdrop. So this is the front of the block. It's a traditional log cabin block. I might keep this one. I don't have any quilts out except for one, in my whole apartment. So this is the front. This is the back. I finished, since I left you guys, I finished sewing these denim blocks together. And here I have 2 layers of cotton batting. So all I have to do is sew around it. I don't know, this one is small. I'll give my granddaughter a choice to see if she wants this one. I'm sure my daughter won't. This doesn't match any of her colors. You love the red center. This was one of my teaching blocks, Ellen, to teach about the traditional quilts had a red in the center. During slavery, during the Underground Railroad, the blocks that had a black center showed that was a safe place for runaway slaves. So that's just part of American history. Whether you're from the north or the south, it's just a style of quilting. Oh, and you can see all these little 1/4 inch seams. These are actually scant 1/4 inches. because I was making this block so that it would match something else. And this one ended up being an extra block. So that's just me. That's just me. And I think I started out with 2-inch strips going around there. So does anybody have any questions or do you want to know anything? I'm going to end early tonight and go take a couple Tylenol, put my ice bag on, and not fall down anymore. I'm going out in that snow we get that 8 inches. As soon as they clean the sidewalks, I'm going to take Hershey out so I could do a little video for you all. Okay, thank you for the info. You're welcome, Ellen. You're welcome. So if anybody would like to drop your channel, !GQUAT. Mike, I saw you and your wife trying to get the mail and the squirrel trying to get in the house. You guys are funny. Oh, um, Ellen says, cool American history. History is what it is. We are what we are, good or bad. I'm not all good. I'm not all bad. There's good and bad in everything. It's up to us to find the good. It's us to encourage being good. I'll be careful, Michael. I'll put on my Fims, my fake Tims, and go on out there. The house that was sold had like 4 or 5 pairs of real Tims. And I sold it just as it was. There wasn't any room for that. And my kids don't like me wearing them. They don't like me wearing them. They like the Uggs. They like my ladylike clothes. They didn't like me wearing those. But I got them because they have no. That's how you fall down. They have good grips on them, and I walk in fresh snow, and I won't go far. I just want to go out there. It's so exhilarating to be alive at age 76. So many of the people that I grew up with, people that were at my table, my last class reunion had a table with 10. Three of the people at that table are no longer here. We were good. We were good friends. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends in American Sign Language. Do what you love, you guys, and love what you do. This is an I. This is an L. No, that's an L. That's a U. Ego amote, mother. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. My smile.